New episode of One Could Argue, and one thing for sure that I know is being a doer is difficult. Being a leader is difficult. Being an example is difficult. And even thinking back to the first episode of this podcast about defining and utilizing leaders, a lot of it went into just understanding how a lot of them need to be cared for and about and understood. It takes a lot of nuance because to step into the roles that they step into and provide the service that they provide to the rest of us, it takes a lot. And especially as Black people, when you think about how we were kept from doing a lot. It was literally illegal for us to read. People were being killed over just reading. And when I think now about how much fear we have about, accomplishing our dreams or trying out stuff that we've always wanted to give a shot, and the plethora of different ideas that we have, I think those are, valid and deep-seated issues. But the truth of the matter is that we have to get over it eventually at some point, and it's not easy, and we find different ways to maneuver around it. We find different ways to walk into it in baby steps, but there always are those people who are able to just come through and just take it over and just jump, just dive right into the thickness of it and pave a way. And whether it's a company like Apple or Amazon or Microsoft or all of these big corporations, it took someone spearheading it. And that's what I think about when I think about Nipsey Hussle, and I think about how he was able to have that fearlessness about himself and everything that he wanted to accomplish, everything that he did accomplish, and the people that around him wanted to accomplish. And I think that's something that, like I said before, is hard to find. And I think that's one of the things that makes this loss so difficult to deal with, because I feel like deep inside we all know that he was providing us with that encouragement that we needed to be strong enough or bold enough to try out that idea that we had, to finally put in the paperwork for that LLC we've been thinking about, or to finally shoot that short film that's been on your mind, or to finally start learning how to play the guitar, or learn how to make beats, or create that hair salon, or whatever ideas. And all we have now is that spirit. We don't have him here to guide us through it step by step, day by day, and to provide that constant motivation or inspiration or encouragement in real time. We have to do that with what he left us. We have to do that with the interviews that he left. We have to do that with the businesses that he started. And most importantly, we have to just start to do it. And it's hard. I 100% have things that I've been waiting on starting, because I've just been like, I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know this might fail. This may whatever. And at the end of the day, that was Nipsey's whole thing. It was just like, persevere, like push through. Like the only way you're going to learn, the only way you're going to grow, the only way you're going to expand is by doing. And one of the clips that I posted to my page earlier this week was an interview that he did on Big Boy's Neighborhood. And it was like, if you could look back on your younger self, what would you tell yourself? And he was like, be more fearless. All of the ideas that I had that I thought were crazy, all of my moonshots, I achieved all of them. So literally looking back, it's like, I should have, the idea that I probably had that was even crazier than this one, that I was like, that's super wild, let me just do something crazy, I should have went for that one. And I think that in itself literally speaks to the magnitude of the mindset that Nipsey had in regards to accomplishing things. And I know that as Black people, we have so many ideas. No one builds the United States of America and doesn't have the structure, the mindset, the understanding of how to build another one, a better one, even within it. And I think we as African Americans for sure have that. And even though we may not have had the tools to be able to articulate it in the best ways or be able to explain it to others in the best ways, those are all things that come with trying, starting where you are and building your idea out, or getting around people who can support you and encourage you. And most importantly, coming back to you, putting your foot out there. So even with me with this podcast this week, I really didn't feel like doing it. I've been consistently doing it since the beginning of the year, which was my goal this year, taking it seriously, doing a video and the podcast every week. And I was like, man, I wouldn't be mad at myself for not doing it. No one would be tripping out on me about not doing it. But it was like in that spirit of, everything that Nipsey represented, it's like, okay, what else are you going to do but continue to put things out to build up what you're trying to build? There is no excuse, because at the end of the day, all we have is what's left. I can imagine if we would even be having a conversation about Nipsey if he didn't move past the fear he possibly could have had in starting any of the things that he's done. That's literally what has us stuck right now. You know what I mean? So again, I hope you guys just, as you're maneuvering through this loss, as you're, finding your footing, finding a way to, just get back out there and see what to get from this. I think the main thing to take from this is embrace failing, embrace your ideas, and be more fearless in whatever it is that you're trying to do. So on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care and be safe.